Hello everyone. So in today's video, we are going to be reviewing chapter 7, which is the treatment room. Now, we are working out of our Milady Standard Aesthetics book, and you have most likely have already either read on your own or have heard me go through the entire chapter 7, which is the treatment room. So the purpose of today is to simply go over this chapter. I will not be reading word for word. We already did that. So today is a simple review. So I hope you have your book out and you're following along, because we will also be doing the chapter 7 theory workbook review as well. All right, so we're going to begin and we're on page 263. Again, this is chapter 7, the treatment room review. So you guys, this chapter is designed to help estheticians learn to properly prepare the treatment room or facial bar station for services as an integral part of giving treatments. So treatment room setup, including proper furniture, equipment, supplies, products, all of that. Okay, all of that is included in this chapter. So let's go to page 264. Okay, it's going over review the elements of an esthetician's professional appearance. So I briefly mentioned this to you guys already, that if you're working for yourself, obviously you will be your own boss. So you call the shots, you make your own rules, you decide what time you go in, you decide what you charge for different treatments, and you also decide, what you wear. Do you choose to wear scrubs or a uniform, or do you want to dress casual? It will be absolutely up to you. Now, if you're working for someone, most likely there are going to be rules that you have to follow, and most likely there will be a uniform. So making a good first impression is important in any business setting. So even if you do decide to work for yourself, you guys, you still want to have a polished image, right? You want to express well-being overall. So your success depends on many factors, including your image and your attitude. An esthetician's appearance and professionalism reflect on the business. So of course, practicing good hygiene, dressing professionally, and having a neat and all of that conveys a polished image. So being dependable and providing excellent customer service is also very imperative. Professionalism includes being prepared, that is taking the initiative to plan enough time to set up the room before the day begins. Plan on arriving at least 30 minutes prior to the start of your shift to make sure that the room is well stocked and that it has all your electrical equipment is in working order, and obviously making sure that everything is turned on and functioning properly. So same here, although this is a school, right, and we try to do the best we can with what we have. Obviously it's not a full-on spa, but we still try to make sure that our clients enjoy their treatment, and you guys obviously do an amazing job at that. So we try to make them as comfortable, and we try to accommodate as best as we can. Okay, now on page 265, professional image checklist. Again, making sure that our hair is well groomed. Ladies, if you have, very long hair, I always suggest, either wearing it back, even if it's just for the treatment time, during that hour that you're giving the treatment to your clients, you want to make sure that your hair is pulled back and away from the client's face. Next will be minimal accessories. So jewelry should be kept to a minimum. No jangling bracelets, dangling earrings, and things like that. As far as the whole earring thing goes, I'm not, really like strict about that. For sure, things that bracelets, for sure, any like charm bracelets or things that make noise, jangling bracelets, things like that, you definitely want to, do not wear them, especially during treatment, just because you get water, they get in the way, they can be very distracting. So I would say no to those. Well-groomed nails, that is extremely, extremely important. Obviously, short nails is the way to go. Having extremely long nails just does not sit well in this industry. So well manicured short nails with either no polish, or obviously now we have gel polishes that will last longer and they tend to not chip as quick as regular polishes, right? So keep that in mind. I feel like we all tend to have either skin concerns that we're trying to work on a daily. So wearing light makeup may be something that you choose to do, or wearing no makeup, you just prefer to be all natural. That is absolutely fine as well, okay? Then we have proper uniform. So wearing a lab coat, scrubs, all of that, or maybe just an apron, but making sure that everything is very crisp and iron and comfortable is very important. Then, of course, positive energy and, of course, a healthy lifestyle. A genuine smile, good posture, eye contact, and engaging handshake will all convey that you have a positive attitude. That is absolutely true. Whether you're meeting first-time clients or returning clients, you always want to approach them with a smile, okay? On page, let's see, 267, it is now going over some features, structural features as far as like your salon or, stations. Obviously having proper ventilation in the room, electrical outlets, running water. So having a sink within the treatment room and a separate shower area is ideal for a full service skincare salon, okay? It is essential for the thorough removal of facial and body products, proper hand washing and proper cleansing and disinfection of the work areas. So many spas and salons today do not have a sink in the room. The access to the water, you guys, may be in the hall or a break room area. In these cases, a hot towel cabinet and bringing in 2 bowls of water will alleviate any need to leave the treatment room on multiple occasions during a facial treatment. So, as you guys know, in our treatment room, we do not have a sink, so that is why we carry those bowls of waters into the treatment room. Ideally, once you have your own suite, your own salon, you do want to have a sink in your room, okay? To, alleviate you from having to go back and forth in the hallway or the kitchen area to grab your water. As far as having an actual shower, that would be like in the perfect setting, right? Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of body treatments, okay, like body scrubs, then yes, having a shower would probably be ideal. That way your client can be able to remove everything off their body a lot faster and more conveniently than you sitting there and removing this. It will take a lot longer. So, but again, it just depends on how you have your salon set up and the services that you offer, okay? On page 268, it is now talking about furniture, equipment, and the whole ambiance, okay? So the ambiance, including the sight, sound, smell, and feel of your spa. It plays a big factor, you guys, in selling your facility and services to potential clients, okay? I am big on that. You have to have a good ambiance, good energy. As soon as the clients walk in the door, you want to make sure that it's nice and polished, that it smells good, okay? Just because you wouldn't want your client to walk in and they see food laying around or just a bunch of clutter, a big mess. Trust me, clients pay attention to details. And the last thing you want to be known for is by being a very dirty esthetician. Obviously, that would not be the first impression and just not a good look, right? So the proper spa environment should engage all 5 of the senses, you guys. So as learned, proper lighting is key in illuminating a well-designed spa environment. So the music selection that has spa sounds will add a definitive flavor to your spa's identity. Temperature is also very important, as well as to keep the client feeling very warm enough in the treatment room, or properly cooled if it is hot outside. Scent is very crucial. Again, I love essential oils to have them diffusing while you're doing a treatment. It just really sets the tone of everything, okay? Finally, a spa or salon should not overlook the sense of taste. Offer naturally flavored water, for instance, and small healthy snacks for refreshments in the reception area to promote the energy and well-being of your client. And of course, this is saying, like a full-on spa, you guys. If you don't have a reception area, but let's say you just have your own suite, you can have a little snack area for your clients, snacks of your choice. If you want to, something healthy, again, offer them water after your treatment. That is always a good gesture to do for your clients, okay? So What else do we have? On page 269, it's starting to talk about a checklist, a furniture and equipment checklist. So the first one on there is the treatment table, which is essentially the bed where your clients lay on, okay? So a treatment table, they vary, you guys. There's some that are adjustable in height, removable headrest, adjustable head and foot rest. Again, some that go up and down. So, and obviously that comes with different price ranges. Of course, if you're thinking of just buying something, you know, not too expensive to start off with, I did share with you guys that you can start by perhaps purchasing a massage table. They tend to be the least expensive. Okay, they run anywhere between $80 to $100. These massage tables do hold up to 350 pounds. Now, they're not the most comfortable for facial treatments, and that is just my opinion. Okay, not the most comfortable, but you are able to purchase like a Tempur-Pedic mattress topper to set on top of the massage table just to make it that much more comfortable. Okay, and so you're out of pocket pretty much around $200 if you buy a really good mattress for it. And again, that could be something that you start off with while you work yourself up to purchasing maybe a different type of bed of your liking. So then we have an esthetician's chair, or also known as an operator's stool. Okay, you want to make sure that you're purchasing something that is ergonomically correct for your spine. So I'm a fan of the saddle stools. Okay, the saddle stools, I really like those. Again, from time to time when I am doing treatments, I do sit versus me standing. Again, you want to find what is comfortable for you and what is also healthy for you. Okay, so you have to try different things. On page 270, it's talking about the step stool, a trolley, a magnifying lamp or light. These are all things that are typical in the treatment room. Again, all of this should be a review for you. If you have a bed that it's a little bit on the taller side, then yes, having a step stool can be ideal to make sure that your clients are getting on the treatment table safely. Okay. And then of course you have a trolley that will hold all of your products while you're doing the treatment. Magnifying lamp or light, of course you're going to need that for additional lighting when needed. And of course, when you start doing skin analysis, okay? On page 271, it's talking about your steamer. We all know that a steamer is a big part of a facial treatment, right? So making sure you have a good steamer is very important. Then you have galvanic and high frequency, the brush, the vacuum, the spray machine. Most of these can be found in a multi-function unit machine, which is like the one we have in the treatment room. Then you have your towel warmer, also known as your hot cabbie, where we put all of our towels in to keep them nice and warm for treatment. Then you have your closed waste container. So you want to make sure that you have a closed cover laundry hamper, okay? And what else do we have? Additional items would be something like your wax heater. Okay, we're going to be getting into waxing very, very soon. On page 272, an autoclave. An autoclave is a sterilizer, you guys, for implements, meaning it completely kills all microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, viruses, and bacterial spores. An autoclave sterilizes by providing pre-pressurized steam. Reusable implements need to be sterilized between treatments, okay? Then you have a Sharps disposable container, and that's what it looks like right there on page 272. You can also have a handheld mirror to show your clients before and after treatment results, something very good to have in hand. Then of course, a binder, that way you're able to keep any information such as your SDS sheets and any other additional forms you might have, okay? On page 273, it's talking about ergonomics in the treatment room. So ergonomics is the study of adapting work conditions to suit the worker, meaning you, okay? So that means that you want to make sure that the equipment and the positions we use should be healthy for the spine and other parts of the body. Adjust the treatment table height if possible when setting up. Remember, Align the stool with the treatment table for correct height and position to perform service. The esthetician's feet should be flat on the floor and hands should be below chest level. A good stool with back support is essential, you guys, for aesthetic work. No part of your body should be touching the client except your hands and perhaps arms during the service. You want to arrange the supply cart or counter as close to the treatment table as possible, okay? So when reaching for products or implements, you want to make sure that you have everything right there accessible to you within reach, which is something that you guys learned already, and it works, right? I've already read on page 274 in the previous video, which is talking about cost of starting your own business. Again, this is just an example. On page 275, properly managed treatment room supplies and products. So again, these are just an examples of all the products that you can have in your treatment room. You have makeup remover, cleanser, toner, exfoliant, sunscreen. We have disposable spatulas, 4x4 gauze or cotton rounds, serums, eye creams, moisturizers, lip creams, sponges, 2x2 aesthetic wipes, basin for water, dispensed products, and like I already mentioned, cotton rounds, okay? So it's a good little checklist there. Facial treatment supplies and implements. Again, implements are tools used to perform your services and are either multi-use or single-use. Multi-use meaning that you're able to use them multiple times versus single-use meaning that either single-use, once used, you have to dispose of them, right? They are then trash. So let's see, single-use items, you guys, will be like your 2x2 wipes, any gauzes, let's see, gloves, sponges, paper towels. Those are all items that are considered single-use, very common sense. On page 278, products. Products are the main ingredients in performing services, okay? When we go over chapter 6, which is skincare products and chemistry, ingredients, and selection, it talks about, guidelines for choosing products. So have the correct products for all client services on hand. Some of the basic products used in facials include the following: body massage creams, body oils, cleansers, disincrustation solutions, essential oils, exfoliants, eye creams, eye pads, face massage creams, and lotions. And all of those listed on page 278, okay? What else do we have? Again, a lot of this was just, a review. We've already mentioned about you guys on page 280, arranging the products in the order that you will use them. Bottom of page 280, set out the treatment products in order of the procedure application. Cleanser, massage cream or lotion, mask, toner, moisturizer, and other products are determined by the client's skin analysis. Like I mentioned before, there are times where you're going to switch it up, right? Just depending on the client's skin type. Setting up the dressing area, making sure that the client knows where to put their personal belongings, how to put on the spa wrap properly, right? That's very important. Okay. On page 282, properly clean and disinfect the treatment room. Okay, now that the facial setup has been reviewed, this is a good time to now discuss the cleanup procedure, even though the facial procedure has not been performed yet. It is helpful to learn and practice each phase of a service before moving on to the next step. I have already showed you guys how to basically turn the room around. After you are done with the facial treatment, you guys know that we need to take all of the linens, all the towels, everything that was used, and we need to put it to wash, hot water with bleach, right? Making sure that we disinfect the table properly and setting up the bed again with new sheets, new headbands, towels, everything the way that it was previously done. For you, you want to be able to set it up for the next person. Disinfecting our bowls, throwing everything that was obviously single use away, all of that. So Setting up the room and learning how to do that very fast is key, you guys. Whether you're here or you're working for yourself, you want to be able to turn the room around very, very fast and effectively and well, all right, for your clients, okay? Of course, we all know that single-use items are discarded, right? They're thrown away immediately. And again, it's talking more about end of the day cleanup on page 284, on page 284. On page 285, again, preparing the treatment room. There's a little checklist there. You guys don't ever ignore, you know, at the end of the chapter, it has all the procedures. It has very good information. Again, it's basically taking you from the very beginning, setting up the room on page 286, preparing the treatment table, setting up the bed, 288, 289, dispensing products in either those single-use cups, you guys, and just setting them up on the trolley, preparing for the next client. Again, very, very useful information. This chapter overall was very, very simple, more of a review for you guys. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask me. I want you guys to be able to understand everything very well, okay? So again, very simple. Now let's move on to our theory workbook. So I'm gonna give you guys just a minute to grab your theory workbook. Okay, theory workbook, which will be the matching book to this book, okay, to the Milady Standard, okay? And you are going to open up to chapter 7, okay? And I want to say it starts on page 140. Your theory workbook, chapter 7 starts on page 140, okay? Again, that is the fill in the blank book. Page 140, this is the theory workbook, fill in the blank review. So we're gonna go over some of these questions and answers. I like doing this just because this is going to help be a big help for you guys in reviewing when it comes to studying and coming back and studying for your state board written test. So therefore, I do want to make sure that you guys understand and you have the correct answers, okay? So I will give you time to fill some of this information in, or you can briefly write notes or write down the page, okay, the page number where most of this information can be found, and you're always welcome to go back and, you know, fill in and add more information if needed to some of these questions, okay? But again, I hope that you are following along with me with your book, okay? So again, page 140, chapter 7, theory workbook. So it says, explain why treatment room preparation is an integral part of providing treatments, okay? And these are short answer type of answers. It says, explain 4 reasons an esthetician should have a thorough understanding of the treatment room, okay? These answers, you can find them, ladies, on page 264 in the original textbook, okay? On the big textbook. You can find them on page 264, and I'm just gonna give you a few examples. Again, you're welcome to put these into your own words, or again, make note of what I am about to say. Okay, this is for question number 1. So the first one can be, you guys, it is essential to provide a consistent, comfortable, relaxing, and clean environment for the client. That would be one reason. Okay, again, to provide a consistent, comfortable, relaxing, and clean environment for the client. Number 2 would be, or a second one would be, we're still on question 1, planning and preparing, okay, an organized room is necessary, you guys, to function efficiently and provide a good service. All right, so that's already 2 reasons. A third reason will be complying with your state board regulations regarding the cleanliness of the treatment room secures you and your client's safety. Again, most of this information can be found on your actual textbook on page 264. Okay, and it's right here, right in this area. Okay, 264 at the top. So you can just grab this information 1, 2, 3, and 4 and fill it in on page 140 on your theory workbook. Then the last one says, you will feel confident if you're organized and prepared by maintaining a professional appearance and demeanor and an organized environment. When you have everything you need, you definitely feel more prepared and more confident, right? Versus you looking for things while the client is laying on the table. Okay, so again, if you don't have time to write all this information down right now, at least write down the page where you can find it, and then you can go back and fill in the information. So again, for question number 1, you can find the answers on page 264 in the big textbook and right at the top of page 264. All right, question number 2, it says, review the elements of an esthetician's professional appearance. Okay, it says, Kendra is about to have her first day at work as an esthetician. Describe how she might portray a professional appearance. This is on page 265 in the big textbook. So obviously everyone's answer is going to vary. This is just an example. You guys, so Kendra will most likely pull her hair back, right? So that it doesn't get in the way of her work, right? And obviously get in the way of her client. Her nails will be short, so not as to obviously scratch the client accidentally. What else? Her uniform will be clean and wrinkle-free. And she will refrain from wearing distracting jewelry, right? And accessories. And she will try to maintain a positive attitude and energy. So again, these are just some examples, and you can find some of this info on page 265 right there in the middle, okay? But again, everyone's answers may vary. I'm just showing you where you can find it. All right, number 3, this is another short answer. It says professional image checklist. List and describe 7 elements of an esthetician's professional image. Okay, we have well-groomed hair, okay, minimal accessories, skin that is taken care of, well-groomed nails, conservative makeup, proper uniform, and positive energy. There you go, also on page 265. Give you guys a second to fill that in. Okay, let's go on to the next page, page 142, theory workbook. It is matching questions. It says, match the essential structural features in the aesthetic room to its description. We can find some of these answers on page 267 on the big textbook and page 268, okay? So let's see. Let's look at our options first. We have size, proper ventilation, electrical outlets, running water, washable flooring and workstation surfaces, proper lighting. Okay, the first one says treatment rooms should have a minimum of 4 of these. That would be electrical outlets. So the answer for the first one is C, as in cat. There needs to be a minimum of 4 electrical outlets in the treatment room. Second one says, this must be functioning and collaborated for 2 or more people. And that will be B as in boy. Proper ventilation, you guys. Proper ventilation. So the answer is B as in boy. Next question. This should be made of a non-absorbent washable synthetic material. And that will be E as in elephant. Washable flooring and workstation surfaces. So the answer is E. Next one. This should be large enough to ensure proper movement. And that will be size. The answer is A as in apple. Next question. This should be able to increase or decrease during skin analysis and product removal. The answer is proper lighting, okay? You need to have proper lighting. So the answer is F as in Frank, proper lighting. Last question. This is essential for a thorough removal of facial and body products. And we have the answer is D as in dog for running water. Running water. You definitely need running water for a thorough removal, right, of facial and body products. So D. So the answers again from the top is C, B, E, A, F, D. Okay. Next one. Describe the ideal ambiance, furniture, and equipment for facials. We're on question number 5. Stacy is opening a spa. Describe what she may want her client's first impression to be when they walk in the door. Again, answers may vary, you guys, but we do have, you can find some of these on page 264. So I'm pretty sure she would want her client's first impression to be relaxing, right? And for each of the 5 senses. So again, you can just put that into your own words to answer question number 5, but you can find some of this information on page 264 on the big textbook. Question number 6 is asking for you to describe how features in Stacy's spa should engage all 5 of the senses. You can find some of these on page 268 and 269. Okay, let's start with the lighting. So the lighting will illuminate a well-designed area. The music selection will reflect the spa's identity. Temperature will be comfortable for the clients. Again, whether a warm treatment room or relief from heat from the outdoors. Any scent will be soothing. There will be no foul odor, right? No foul smells. There will be flavored water or light snacks available for the clients. So again, this is just an example. Okay, for number 7, you guys do not need to do that. So we're gonna move to question number 8, ergonomics in the treatment rooms. It says, find a picture of a stool or describe in the space below one that you would like to have in your treatment room. Then describe how it is ergonomically correct. And again, everyone's answer will vary, okay? But you can find some information on page 269 over it. So I wrote down that the stool, you guys, is adjustable, comfortable, and can roll easily, and is healthy for the body and spine. that it has good back support, and padding is also very ideal, okay? So again, you can find some ideas as far as how you can word that on page 269 on the big textbook. Number 9, list 2 ways to arrange the equipment in the treatment room for proper ergonomics. We can find the answers on page 273, okay? So again, everyone's answers may vary, but the first one, I actually read this, will be to align the stool with the treatment table to the correct height and position to perform services, okay? Second one, arrange the supply cart or counter as close to the treatment table as possible. When reaching for a product or implement or to adjust equipment, get up out of the chair. Do not overstretch your back for reaching when you're reaching for something. So again, all of that is on page 273, right in the middle. So again, you can just list a few of those into question number 9. We're going to skip question 10. I have some missing pages here. I'm going to give you guys the pages because this is like a lot of writing. So I want to give you guys the pages. Therefore, you guys can go back and fill this information in later when you have time, okay? Or once we're done with class. So I'm missing a few pages, ladies. I apologize. We're skipping question 10 and we're going to skip and go to page 146. We're still in the theory workbook. Go to page 146 and it's at the top is question 16, where it says, give 5 examples of multi-use items. You can find these on page 276 and 277. So an example of a multi-use items, ladies, would be a bed warmer, handheld mirror, pillows, towels, comedone extractors, blankets, bowls, client gowns, facial kits, glass or plastic containers that hold supplies. All of these are multi-use items, okay? And again, they're on page 276 and 277 at the top, okay? So again, if you don't have time to fill that in right now, just write down the page number. Therefore, you're able to go back and fill this information later, okay? Question number 17, it says, Sarah is setting up her cart for a facial appointment. List 10 basic products that she will put on her cart. You can find these items on page 278. You can start by saying body massage cream, body oil, cleanser, disincrustation solution, everything that you see right there on page 278, right in the middle, under products, you can go ahead and fill that in, okay? I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that. All right, question number 18, short answer. How is a facial bar or station different from a treatment room? Okay, you can find this on page 279. Write this down next to number 18, page 279, because I want you guys to come back and fill this in. So I'm just gonna give you guys an example of what I wrote. Facial bars are treatment areas within the reception or retail area of the facility, usually located within 20 feet of the front door to allow for maximum visibility. Intensive peels, full facial or body treatments that include extensive extractions and full body massages are not performed in this space. Express or mini shortened facial treatments such as eye treatments or facial sheet mask, men's treatments such as beard facials, and even targeted body treatments such as those for the hands and feet can be performed at these stations. The client does not need to disrobe, meaning change, right, for these treatments, and not all equipment and supplies are needed. Again, you can find this on page 279, so you're able to fill that in when you have time later on. Number 19, prepare the treatment room for service. You've just arrived at work. Create a setup checklist for the treatment room that you can refer to and that will help you memorize the steps. The first step is provided to get you started. The number of steps you will fill out depending on your personal checklist. Some of this information is on page 286 through 290. The first one says, look at your schedule for the day to see what supplies are needed. Let me go to page 286 in my textbook. Okay. Next, again, it can vary, including steps like have the client's chart notes ready, review the product retail consultation forms if it's like a repeated client, preheat the equipment, prepare the treatment table, set up the supplies on the cart, set up the disinfectants, put the clean laundry away, place a clean robe or a wrap in the room or dressing area, have a beverage ready, and take care of, any kind of personal needs. So these are just examples, and you can find, again, 286 through 290. Okay, you guys, so I helped you with some of that, some of these questions on your chapter 7. Now I want us to skip over to page 153. We're still in the theory workbook, 153, for your exam review questions, okay? These are the exam review questions, and it starts on page 153. All right, so we have number 1. What should you wash your hands with before touching clean supplies? Soap and warm water, chemical disinfectants, autoclave steam, or harsh exfoliants? The answer to number 1 is A, okay? You need to wash your hands with soap and warm water before you begin touching any supplies. So number 1 is A. And you can find that on page 287. Number 2, what should you do with single-use items as you prepare for a treatment? Is it A, place them on a countertop in descending size order? B, set them on a clean towel in the order they will be used? C, place them on a countertop in a descending size order? Or D, set them on a clean towel with containers open and ready? The answer for number 2 is B as in boy. Set them on a clean towel in the order that they will be used. Okay. Number 3. Sandra has an appointment with a new client and she's not sure if the client has ever had a facial or waxing before. What should she do to make sure the client knows what to do? The answer for this one is D as in dog. She should explain to the client where to put her belongings and how to put on the spa wrap, okay? It's very important. Don't ever assume that your clients know exactly what to do. You want to make sure that you explain to them and make them feel comfortable. So again, question 1, answer is A. Question 2, answer was B as in boy. Number 3, D as in dog. We're on question number 4. Why should you wear gloves for all infection control procedures? Very simple. You want to wear gloves, you guys, because you want to prevent contamination and you want to protect your skin from strong chemicals. So the answer is C, okay? The answer to number 4 is C as in cat, and you can find that on page 282. Number 5, what do paper towels, tissues, and vinyl gloves have in common? Well, that they are single-use items, okay? They are single-use items, so the answer to number 5 is B as in boy. You can find that on page 277. Again, you're always welcome to write down the page numbers. Number 6, what piece of equipment is also known as an operator's stool? That will be, you guys, the esthetician's chair. Esthetician's chair. Number 6 is B as in boy. Esthetician's chair is the answer to number 6. Number 7, what is a sharps container? What is a sharps container? You guys, a sharps container is a biohazard container that is used for disposable needles and sharp objects. The answer is C as in cat. You can find that on page 272. 272. Okay, that's what a sharps container looks like. It's on page 272. There's a picture there. Number 8, what is a dispensary? A dispensary is a room or an area that is typically used for mixing products or storing supplies. It's like a storage room, a supply room, okay? So number 8 is C as in cat, and you can find that on page 276, okay? 276. Number 9, what are implements? What are implements? Okay, it's also on page 276. Implements are just either single use or multi-use items or tools, okay? So the answer for number 9 is A. Number 9 is A. Number 10. What is the result of planning and preparing a well-stocked and organized treatment room? The answer to number 10 is D. Functioning more efficiently and providing a good service. Okay, again, having everything ready to go when the client is on the treatment table is going to help you do a more confident and thorough service. So number 10 is D as in dog. Number 11, why is it important for estheticians or students to maintain a clean treatment room? The answer is C, ensuring client safety and compliance with laws. Again, you do not want to have a treatment room full of trash, unsanitary items laying around, dirty things, dirty implements. It is not good. It'll get you in big trouble. So the answer to number 11 is C as in cat. Number 12, what is a benefit of being prepared? You guys, the benefit of being prepared is that, again, you project a calm, confident image. You are ready for work. You are ready. You have all the items that you need, and it works. It makes everything work faster, smoother, and again, it definitely projects confidence. So number 12 is C. Number 12 is C as in cat. Number 13, when in the process of performing services, do you plan and prepare the treatment room? At the beginning. At the beginning. Number 13 is A. Number 13 is A. Number 14, what is the function of a magnifying lamp or light? To analyze the skin. That is what we use a magnifying lamp for. We analyze the skin. You can find that on page 270. So the answer for number 14 is B as in boy. Number 15, Linnea knows that during the holidays, she usually sees an uptick in demand for services. What should she do to keep her spa ready for walk-ins or unexpected requests? Okay. Should she keep massage oil on her hands? That's pretty funny, right? Keep water running all day? Yeah, that's not gonna be it. Keep the wax heater on all day, or avoid taking breaks or lunches? The answer for number 15 is C. Keep the wax heater on all day will be the answer, okay? You can find that on page 271. Number 16, what is not a spa area in which supplies are regularly kept? The answer for this one is C as in cat, the reception desk, okay? You typically do not keep supplies at the reception desk, you guys, okay? You either keep them at your workstation, the treatment room, or actually a dispensary, right? But not in the reception desk. Number 16 is C as in cat. Number 17, what should you use to disperse products from jars? So what do you use to take out, products from jars? The answer will be spatulas. Spatulas. Number 17 is D as in dog. 17 is D. You can find that on page 277. Number 18, what should you have among your facial supplies in order to provide neck support for the client? Okay, so what you can do, you guys, is provide a pillow or a rolled hand towel and apply it behind the client's neck if needed for support. So number 18 is B as in boy. Number 18 is B. Number 19, how long approximately is required for preheating of towel warmers and steamers? The answer is actually 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It takes about 15 minutes to preheat your towel warmer and your and your steamer, you guys. Anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. In this case, 5 minutes is not long enough, 30 minutes is too long, and 60 minutes is too long. So you always have to go with your second best option. In this case, 15 minutes will be our best option here. So the answer for number 19 is B, 15 minutes. You can find this on page 286. Number 20, when should you check the water level on the steamer? The answer is before preheating and regularly thereafter. Okay, obviously before you start a treatment, you're going to check to make sure that it has the correct amount of water, right? So the answer is A, before preheating and regularly after. And this is on page 287. 287. Okay, right there on page 287 at the top. Number 21. What is true of waste containers, meaning trash cans, you guys? What is true of waste containers? They require a self-closing lid or foot pedal, okay? Self-closing lid or foot pedal. The answer is B as in boy. And again, an example will be on page 271. Page 271, that's where it talks about closed covered waste containers for trash, and of course a closed covered laundry hamper, okay? So number 21 is B, and you can find it on page 271, B as in boy. 22, why should you place a blanket over the clean linens that you place on the treatment table? The answer will be to keep the client warm and comfortable, okay? To keep the client warm and comfortable. You can find that on page 288. 288. Okay. Right there. 288. Number 12, it says, place a blanket on top of the linens to keep the client warm and comfortable on page 288. Again, so number 22 is B as in boy. Number 23, what is true about estheticians' well-groomed hair? Okay, what is true about it? Healthy hair is linked to healthy skin, pretty much, okay? So that's on page 265. So number 23, ladies, is D as in dog. Number 24, when working in a salon or spa, it is acceptable to wear nail polish? Question mark. The answer is yes, it is. Light in color and permitted by your employer. Again, if there's policies that allows you to not, or tells you not to, I should say, then you don't wear it, right? So it just depends on who you work for. The answer for number 24 is B as in boy. 25. How can you convey a positive attitude? By having good posture. By having good posture. 25 is D as in dog. 26. Which structural feature is described in square feet? The answer to number 26 is A, area. And you can find this on page 274. 274. Okay, right in the middle. Okay. 27. Which structural feature must follow guidelines provided by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as OSHA? The answer to number 27 is B as in boy, and that is ventilation. Ventilation. Okay. And that is on page 267, okay, at the top. Okay, on page 267, it says, a properly ventilated workspace ensures a healthy esthetician and healthy clients. The Occupational Safety and Health Association provides important guidelines for ventilation in regards to nail services rooms and areas, as well as the use of formaldehydes in hair care, but proper ventilation is also key for the health of the skin care practitioner as well as the client. So again, that's on page 267. So 27 is B as in boy. 28. Treatment rooms should have a minimum of blank electrical outlets. We've seen this twice already. And the answer is B, 4. Treatment rooms should have a minimum of 4 electrical outlets. Number 28 is B as in boy. 29. What can you do if you do not have running water in the treatment room? We mentioned this already. You want to bring in 2 bowls of water and have a hot towel cabinet. So 29 is A. 29 is A. Okay. 29 is A. 30. How many of the senses should a proper spa experience engage? The answer is D, 5. 5. That's on page 268. Getting close to the end, hang in there. 31. 31. What piece of equipment sterilizes other equipment? Okay, definitely not a steamer, not a galvanic machine, and definitely not a hot cabbie. So for sure, an autoclave, an autoclave. You guys saw that on chapter 5, right? Infection control. So you should know what an autoclave is. So 31, question 31 is C as in cat, autoclave. 32, in a short break between clients, it is a good idea to stretch and take 12 deep breaths. Okay, so yeah, number 32 is A. 33, what is a bolster used for? Ladies, a bolster is used for back support. Back support, okay? 33 is D as in dog. 34, which of the following treatments cannot be done at a facial station? 34 is B as in boy, intensive peels, okay? Intensive peels. 34 is B, and you can find that on page 279. 35. Which of the following is true about facial stations? You can find this answer on page 279 on your actual textbook. 279. Okay, and I know I'm helping you out, going through these, giving you answers. You guys want to go back and reread through this information. Very simple, very easy, but it'll help you retain what you are reading, okay? So 34 is B as in boy, intensive peels. 35, which of the following is true about facial stations? Also on page 279, right in this area. The client does not need to disrobe, meaning change, for these type of treatments. 35 is C as in cat. 36. When scheduling her clients, Toby always takes into account time to prepare the treatment room. How long should she ideally allow to set up for service? Question mark, right? 10 minutes. 10 minutes is what you would want to allow yourself to set up for clients. So it's 10 minutes to set up, 10 minutes to break down and flip the room around and get it ready for the next client. So the answer is B, 10 minutes. Okay. 37. Well, I just kind of answered that. 37. How long does it typically take to clean up after a service? This is on page 280 on the big textbook, okay? 280. Anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So number 37 is B as in boy. Again, you can look at page 280 for reference. 38. What is the correct order of products for an application procedure? Okay, again, we are going based on what the book is saying. Me and you already know that sometimes we switch things around, right? Depending on the client's needs, their skin type, based on the skin analysis that we did. But remember, when you are answering test questions, and questions that are directly from the book, you guys, you want to go with what the book is saying, all right? So in this case, question says, what is the correct order of products for an application procedure? You can find this on page 280. The answer is A. It's saying cleanser, massage cream or lotion, mask, toner, moisturizer, and other products. Okay. And it's at the bottom of page 280 under where it says arranging the products. So we're going with A. 38 is A as an apple. 39, when setting up the dressing area, what is one thing you should never do? You should never touch the client's jewelry or assist them with removal of the jewelry. Now, that's on page 281. I find that to be true, but sometimes clients, and this is just in real life, okay? Remember, we will talk about the book, discuss it, but then we will also discuss real life situations, right? In real life, sometimes clients do need help. Sometimes clients can't either reach or they ask, do you mind helping me take my necklace off? And obviously I'm going to try to accommodate, and if I'm able to take it off, I will help my client, right? So again, in real life, sometimes you have to do it, okay? What else do we have? 40, I think that's it. This is the last one. To avoid cross-contamination, how do you roll used linens? Okay, this is on page 283 in the textbook. How do you roll used linens? Okay, it's in the middle. It says on page 283 in the textbook, to avoid cross-contamination, roll the used side of the linens and sheets inward so the dirty side is inside the laundry bundle. This also helps keep product and hair off the floor and saves cleaning time, okay? For additional cleanliness, do not let linens or other items touch your clothing before or after use. So, number 40, the answer is C as in cat. C as in cat. And it's right there on page 283, which is everything that I just read. Woohoo! Yes. So that's it. That's it for chapter 7 review. A little lengthy, but not too bad. We read over some things on our textbook, chapter 7, and we went over a lot of questions and answers on your theory workbook, okay? All right, you guys, so that concludes this chapter. I hope that you were able to follow along and that you found this helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.